Thanks for the hearts. How are you? How's everybody doing? I'm in reflecting mode. Hi, Kristen. Happy Memorial Day. Happy Memorial Day. How are you? How's the day going? Actually, pretty shitty. I'm going to be straightforward. You know, not every day is a good day. People don't want to hang out with me when I have a bad day. And that's the hilarious part. They're like, you got to be good 24/7. I want to mope for a minute, you know? I'm having a what the hell happened to my life moment. Now that it's all the drama's finally over and I've gotten all the crazy people out of my life, I'm sitting here wondering what on earth happened. Hi Haley, how are you? I'm Jimmy. It's all good to have bad days. Thanks. I was revoked permission of having bad days for a couple of years. I wasn't allowed to have one. And when I had them, it didn't go well. Skateboard rampage. I don't get it. Is that a thing? That means, and when I had them, it didn't go well. Skateboard rampage. I don't get it. Is that a thing? That means you're human. I guess so. I guess I'm human. Here's the thing. There's no thing anymore. I don't care anymore. There's no thing. No thing. Just me. Chilling with you. No more thing. There's no more things. I have no more things left. I gave them all away. Everyone's got to have to let it out at some point. Yup. Have a good life. You too, man. Thank you. Amanda Panda says, you're allowed to feel what you feel. Your feelings matter. I hope God bless you at all. Thanks. I'm in between a rock and a hard place because I want to marry Kate. And at the exact same time, it's like I'm stuck here. And she's not stuck. She can figure something out. She's a smart girl. You know, her family's back there if she wants to go, blah, blah, blah. She doesn't. What the fuck? What am I even talking about? We're both like completely out of options, sitting on our ass because regular people were complete scumbag, evil human beings. And now they're sitting happy and pretty. But thankfully, those people believe in hell and they're going to burn in it. So we're good. But me personally, you know, I'm just like, okay, now what? We found out the devil's in the details. What's next? It's amazing to me. The most distrustful people in the world are the people that don't trust me. I'm like, I'm the trustworthy one. Always been. Guys, I was the most steadfast friend to a bunch of fair weather people. Story of my life. But I'm done being friends with the wrong people. I'm done giving people trust that don't deserve it. At least it's reflecting no more drama. Yeah. Yep. People are waiting on me to close the case as if there's something to close. No, I didn't leave any drama or destruction in my wake. I took a walk and other people like created a hurricane around me and tried to say that it was my fault by putting me in the middle of it. Nope. So they're all dead and gone now. In my mind, they're rotting in hell. And even if they're breathing, they're already rotting in hell, and that's not my problem, right? But now I'm just like, okay, I'm here now. Do I want anything to do with anyone else? Don't take offense, guys. Oh, don't take offense. I love people. I really do. But I'm just sitting here like, why? I don't care about the money anymore. I don't care. Not that I ever fucking cared about the money anyway. I don't care about the money. I don't care about fame. I don't care about fortune. I don't care about myself all that much. I'm having trouble caring about other people. Like, it's just not. And people tell me, oh, you have an illness. I'm like, no, I don't have an illness. I'm just surrounded by people with major, stuff. And most of them don't have illnesses. They're just like using illness as an excuse to create problems for other people and then crawl into their hole and say, oops, wasn't my fault. And I'm good. I don't want to deal with it. So, bad day, but it's hard when you don't have a support system. And the people that are available for a support system are people they're not the kind of people you want to be around anyway. And I'd say me personally, that's what I need most of all is a support system. But I don't have it because there's not a goddamn human on the planet that treats me like a human being. And I do treat other people like human beings. I'm very good to people. I'm very nice to people. And people look at me like an object. And they always have. And, sometimes I wonder if it was better that I had the facade of a support system as opposed to waking up to the fact that I'm completely alone, which would have been better. Kirsten says, you don't owe anyone an explanation to the end of the drama. Say what you want. I just want to tell everybody to shut up. And no one's talking anymore. That's the difference. Like I have this urge to keep telling people to shut up and nobody's even talking anymore. Like it's over. And that's good and that's great. But now I'm sitting here and everyone else is just walking away. And I'm sitting here like, hey, you all committed crimes against me. And now we're just gonna like it's just over. And I'm being told, hey, just be grateful you still have your life. And I'm like, no, hey, if we can put them in jail, you can have it. If you can ruin their lives, you can have mine. That's just the level of, that's how I feel about it. That's what I've been through, is that like I really don't even care what happens to me. I'm being responsible while I'm in control of my own life. But if somebody else was, I'd just be like, do whatever the fuck you want. I'm done. I'm good. And like I try to fake it. I try to move on. But really, I have nothing to move on to. And it's like I've had such an insight on the industry and what things are really like. And it just squashed all of my dreams because I see people in the industry and they're not even that impressive. It's a bunch of smoke and mirrors. I don't want to be an electrician or a plumber or a famous dude. I don't want to be an influencer or whatever. It's 90% of it is smoke and mirrors and it's all bullshit and a bunch of liars stealing from each other to make a buck. And like, I would love to just move to some island and just have a farm and just be done. Just be done. But at the same time, it's an excuse not to push forward, and I have to push forward. And but I'm thinking to myself, what is it worth? What is all of this worth? I've gained all this knowledge. I'm capable and I don't even want to do it anymore because if I'm alone either way, why do anything? That's because in my life, I wanted to be in a community. I wanted to be around people. And now even in my own community, it's hard to find people that are real. And I think back and it was always that way. Or at least I think so, is that most people were fake with me and I didn't even know it. Even when they were nice to me, they were just fake with me. It's not that they hated me, right? It's not that they hated me. It's just, I'm not a superficial person. And so it was just never crossed my mind how superficial other people were because it wasn't a part of my social perception. And even now there's people in the chat like making fun of me. Like I know how people see me. I didn't forget that. I fucking remember high school. I don't forget that. But when I hit the internet in 2017, I thought, well, now I have this figured out. I know what to do. I'm going to get respect. I'm giving people respect. I'm out there. I'm doing a good thing. People are going to respect me. And they didn't. They were just like, dude, just sit down and shut up, go away. We didn't like you in the first place. And I'm just like, how about you burn in hell and fuck off? And I'll go make my money and you can die in a hole and it's not my goddamn problem. And you can screenshot this and put it on the internet and I'm actually cool with it because it is my truth and I mean what I'm saying. I don't care what people think about me. I hate hateful people. That's a healthy and natural reaction to hate hateful people. And there's nothing wrong with it. Now, to engage in violent or malicious behavior, that's a different story. Okay? I'll use my words, right? I'll use my freedoms. But I'm not going to commit a crime over it. And so that's an important line to draw for anyone listening to what I'm saying right now. Don't, do your best not to take it into your own interpretation of, that you guys should go do something that's inappropriate. Don't push it over the edge because I know it sucks. I know it sucks. I know. Just bust a nut and move on with your day because it's just not worth it. They're not fucking worth it. And it breaks my heart, and I bet it breaks some of yours, knowing there are people in this world who are not worth the air that they breathe because of the choices that they make. And it's gross and disgusting and sad because those people have value inside them. They do. Everyone does. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I know every human inside has a lot of value. We're very worth it. You know what I mean? We're all worth a human life. And yet we squander it and we throw it away or we try to steal it from somebody else. And pathetic isn't even the word for it. And there's nothing I can do about it. And these people, I just have to leave them behind. And then I have to go into this industry and go make a living and get somewhere while being around a bunch of fake, pretentious bullshitters. Like there's nowhere I can go in life at all that I'm surrounded by people that are of my kind. Like I talked to a... Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. I should be able to flip. I talked to a priest the other day. And the priest had said to me about how individualism is evil. That individualism is like evil. And I'm thinking to myself, well, so am I born evil then? Because I was born into foster care, I am inherently individual. And there's nothing I can do about it. So I'm evil. My feelings say I want to attack religion. I want to attack this. I want to attack that, like with my words, right? I want to so bad. I'm going to future-proof this. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. You guys saw my one TikTok of do. And like, I could go nuts. I could go off that deep end with everybody else who's so insecure in whatever their issue is. And they're upset that they don't fit in. I just don't fit in. That doesn't make me the devil. And people thinking that are fucking nuts. And there's a reason why they're on the registry for, terrorist organizations in America. The Catholic Church is, by the way, on the registry for terrorist organizations in America. It's people are destroying each other's lives over their belief systems. And it breaks my heart because I was raised Catholic. And guys, I love you. Wherever you stand, I have love in my heart for you. Know that. I support a lot of the morality that surrounds the Catholic Church. It's an incredible organization for how we should behave in societally. And yet, it is just corrupt, like everything else. And I could sit here and I know the agendas, right? I can look at both sides. I'm not stupid. It just pisses me off that it just is that way. That's what bothers me. What bothers me is that I'm not making it up. That I'm not just saying it because I'm pissed. I wish I could just say this because I'm upset. That would make it right. That would make it, let's write it off. Just write it off. But you can't write off what I'm saying because I'm not saying it just because I'm upset. It's there. And, you know, if I went back to the church, I would just, people would give me shit over it, right? It's that no matter where you go, someone is just waiting there. They're waiting to point a finger and say, you're wrong. And I don't get it. I still don't get that. Why most people are so obsessed with trying to prove somebody else wrong. I know in my heart who's wrong and right in my life. And you and yours, you know who's right and wrong in your life. It's not that hard to figure out. But we make excuses for the people we want to listen to, and we write off the people we don't. And it's just gross, because then we're all left alone. And the reason that bothers me so much that people leave themselves alone is I am alone, and I've been alone from birth. And then I see people who don't have to be alone. They have much more of an ability to coalesce and get along, and they choose not to. And it's a spit in the face to people like me who I would die to have the ability to get along like you do. Like you have your church community, or the color of your skin, or maybe you have your, like I said, you're in a sport, or you go to college, you're in a career, whatever it is. Or maybe you're an illusionist, right? You work in social media, you're great at that. And you can get along in that community. There's not a single place where I fit in. And I see all these people fighting to stand out when I can't help it but stand out either way. I would give anything to be able to fit in a little bit, to have 2 or 3 people in my life that I can actually trust. Even a little bit, you know, at least the people around you, even if you guys don't totally get along with the people around you, at least you get along with them a little bit, right? Maybe you see them every day or whatever. But to be completely displaced, forget locationally displaced, but displaced from everybody and everything is just the most, it's not even lonely. I'm not even lonely anymore. I'm just so familiar with it that it's so regular to me. And that's sad. That's sad. My life is sad. I don't care if I was rich and famous right now, my life would still be sad. I want to be around people, and nobody ever wanted to be around me before I ever made mistakes. Just because I'm weird and different, I was always treated poorly. And it might sound like a sob story, but the next step is just shut my fucking mouth and find a way to get along. You know, I'll find a way to fit in somehow and be around people. And it's not just about them, and it's not just about me, but it's about society as a whole. You know, and everyone's so concerned with their little life, but then they're shitting on their neighbor. They're shitting on the person right next to them while they say what a good person they are. And I don't care if you're white, black, rich, poor. If you can't, I'll tell you, just last night, Kate was crying, and we opened the door, and we had some of our neighbors were around, and there were some that were driving off, and you could tell maybe they were into some stuff, right? But we stood here and they listened, and they kind of, you know, helped bring Kate down from her crying fit because she's scared. And I'm scared too, being here where we're at. But there's not all that much to be scared of. And people forget sometimes that just because someone's different doesn't mean they're bad. We all have our crutches. We all have our drugs. Everybody's into some type of drug. And just because you're not snorting cocaine, well, caffeine has a similar effect on the brain. Just saying. We all have our drug of choice. And to judge someone else because their drug is illegal, that doesn't make you a better person. I'm just putting that out there. It doesn't permit drugs. I'm not putting that out there. I don't do them. And I don't necessarily think anybody else should if it's detrimental to their health. But at the same time, you know, I'll drink a whole gallon of milk. Do you know how much sugar that is? And people say, oh, well, it's just sugar. In America, it's just sugar. You go to Scotland, you couldn't get a Mountain Dew. It's illegal. Society gives us perceptions that are convenient for us, okay? They do. Stop judging other people. Start looking at yourself in the mirror and liking who you are. I'm learning how to do that, and it's hard because nobody else agrees that they like me. I don't have anybody that fucking likes me. Not even Kate. Kate doesn't even like me. And I don't blame her. I don't like her. We don't like each other right now. We do love each other, but we don't like each other. We don't like anybody else. We're fucking pissed about all of this. And that it has even happened. It's insane that it even happened. But I digress. It's not a matter of being free of guilt, but it is no matter what. There was just nobody there through the whole process, and anybody that was just wanted something from me or wanted something from Kate. And that's where it's at, you know, and we're not over that yet. Kate and I are not over that yet. So, and we want to be, you know, we want to like force our way through it, but it's going to take some fucking time to get over this. And you guys, if you're willing to support us, and all I mean by support is being nice. I don't need your goddamn money. I can make money myself. Just treat us like human beings. That's it. And everything's going to be all right. It just takes time. Thank you. And thank you for listening, for those of you that are listening. Squig says, sometimes you need to put your foot down and stand up for yourself. Yeah, and I never thought I would have to. I'm such a transparent, simple guy. I thought I was the last person on the planet that would ever have to stand up to someone. Ever. I figured, well, people get me, they'll leave me the fuck alone. They don't. They're more interested because I won't fight them. Well, now I will. All of a sudden, they run for the hills. I never wanted to be that person. I am not a combative person. It's not in my personality. But I had to learn to fend for myself. And I'm not proud of that. We're in 21st century America. There's no fucking reason that anyone should have to fight for resources. Absolutely not. I mean, maybe if you're in a third world country, but this is America. Why the hell is anyone starving? It makes me mad. It makes me mad. And mad is a healthy feeling sometimes. I'm not saying that someone should pay everybody else's paycheck, but I'm saying that whether we're talking capitalistic or socialistic, either way, there is still a problem. Regardless, there are starving people. It's not just the people. The system needs work. And we're not working on it. We're too busy fighting each other. And in our own country. Like, you don't even have to leave America to see war. Thank you for your super hearts. And thank you for listening, guys. Thank you for the reminder to just chill out, because that's what that was. Thanks for the reminder. I'm like a kid that got a lollipop. It's not good. I'm building out a bad habit, and I have to get better at this. I have to continue to get better with this, because that's not healthy. Kristen says, oh, by the way, I was like, whoa, at the haircut, reveal it first, but it actually fits you well. Thank you, Kristen. Yes, it is a unique haircut. I know, guys. I know. I like it this way. It's seeking control in my environment in the only way that I really can right now. I don't have a lot of control of my own life. So having this haircut makes me feel like, okay, this is my life. I'm living it my way, even a little bit. I don't have a whole lot of control over the way that I live my life right now. And that is absolutely insane. And it is not my fault. Oh, trust me, guys. It is far less my fault than you even know. That's not making excuses. When I was up against people twice my age, twice my skill set, manipulating me, there was no way on God's good earth with no support system. And then people are looking at me like I'm the criminal because I didn't make it out unscathed or without making some mistakes. There was no way on earth I was making it out of this without at least one poor decision under my belt. It's not possible. And for anyone out there judging, I welcome you to walk in my shoes and still have your feet be at peace. Have somewhere to rest your head. You wouldn't. You'd be 6 feet under. And I'm not judging any of you, but the likelihood's pretty slim. It's fucking hard. It's the most ridiculous 6 years of my life. 10 years of my life. The last decade of my life has just been insane. And the worst part is, guys, one of the worst parts, people I'm blocking, if you see me block people, half these people I blocked them a million times. And they'll come in, they break my boundaries, they disrespect my personal space, they make a new account, and I know who they are. Because these people have persistently and consistently attacked me for years, disrespect boundaries, come in over and over, new account, new account, new account, new account, no matter how many times you block them. They have mental problems, and they do not respect boundaries. They're narcissists, and they're in genuine belief that they deserve to be in my face, in my life, that they're entitled to me, that I don't have freedom of choice over my own platform, my business, my personal life. That's the reality. I knew it in the beginning. I'm accepting it now, and I just keep hitting that block button. And it is fucking sad that some of these people are still breathing. I don't understand how they're permitted to breathe. I mean, maybe, like I said, they take their paycheck and they contribute to a business, so that's why they're allowed to be alive, because they pump money back into the system, so at least they serve some sort of purpose. It's not for me to judge. It's not my job to judge that. But that intrinsic value definitely does not come through the way that they treat me. I know that. That's a detriment and a debt. A debt that they're throwing at me, telling me to pay their social debt, their inability to be, socially adept and appropriate. And I might not be the most socially appropriate, but I don't break other people's boundaries. Not when other people disrespect my boundaries, it's my job to stand my ground. But that I'm told that that's wrong, that's narcissism. To tell me that I should keep my mouth shut while you're attacking me. Nope. But for the most part, like I said, is I just move on, and I do shut my mouth because those sad, worthless sacks of shit are not worth it. I just have to move on. I have a right to stand up for myself and open my mouth, but I don't have to. That's the best part, is I'm smart enough, I'm fast enough, I'm strong. I don't have to fucking open my mouth for a minute. Let a motherfucker challenge me in real life. It won't happen. They won't do it. They're pussies, and this is why they stay away. That's not a challenge. It's me letting you know, guys, that I fell for the attacks of keyboard warriors. Anyone can fall for it. I'm one of the toughest guys you'll ever meet, and I fell to my knees to keyboard warriors. And what is that proof of? The mind, the brain. It's a much stronger weapon than your body. It is. You gotta train that brain, because I had my body trained, but not my brain. Look at how that worked out, right? So now I'm getting smarter. Thanks, Kristen. The internet sucks like that. It's people. It's really not the internet, It's like you could take it off the internet, and as long as like some people are just cowards like that. They'll come at you behind closed doors, but then when they're in public, they'll play victim, or they'll pretend like they've done nothing. So it is what it is. You guys know my crimes. You know my behavior. You've seen it live on camera. Not that I'm proud of that, but I'm saying I'm a transparent person. That's something that's always been true about me, is I don't hide, and I have no reason to. And even the things that you guys have seen from me, they were cries for help. They were absolute cries for help. I just finally learned that no one's listening. And I mean, you guys listen, but it's hard to perceive what's going on without context. And even when I give that context, people just call me nuts. So, like I said, I have to just let it go, at least for now. So, it is what it is. There's friends and fans. That's so fuck you, Gary. That's why I said I block you. I say fuck you. Because there's friends and there's fans. You know what a fan is? The fan is the person who just breezes on into the broadcast. Who's the friend? The one that sticks, reaches out to me in a DM. I'll reach out to them, say hello, make a conversation, get to know each other. It takes time. And for people who lack those emotional boundaries, who think that just because they said hello to me, that automatically we're friends, I recommend opening a book on friendship. Get educated on what a friendship is, because it's not solidified because you popped into my broadcast. And on top of that, to a whole lot of people out there who want to make content and then expect me to support their content because I'm a creator and we're friends, well, that's called fucking using me, and I've been used plenty, and I'm not interested. your platform, if your platform is your first agenda in getting to know me, I'm going to figure it out and you're going to get fucked. I'm not interested. I'm actually interested in friendship. I'm actually interested in people. It starts with a hello and you build a friendship. We build a friendship. It takes time and effort. And people even put time and effort into screwing me, which makes it even harder. But I'm still putting the time in. I don't even know why anymore. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm still doing it. I'm not going to stop. But like, I don't even know why I'm doing it anymore. When I see, you know, the odds that I'm up against, I am up against astronomical odds and I am still sitting here. I wish we could write it off as an issue. You know, I wish we could say that I had a problem. I don't have, the only problem I have is not knowing when to quit. But I've learned when to quit. So I guess I don't even have that problem anymore. I'm learning which things to quit and which things not to quit. Sounds like you've had a hard time making friends. No. That's my point. I have never, when I meet someone who is a good, healthy, happy person, non-judgmental, open-hearted, wants to get to know me, I want to get to know them, I connect with people. I have no problems making friends. No problems making friends. It's not that hard. I've made friends with everybody from, now you guys are going to like to hear this, but career criminals and drug dealers, all the way to kids and like, what's it called? School teachers. Like, I could pretty much be friends with anybody, but that's my personality. Not everybody's like that. I know how to appreciate people from whatever perspective they come from and not judge them for what they do, but rather get to know them for who they are. And I'm going to tell you this, as I said this to a friend of mine, guys, you could take a drug dealer and stand it next to a preschool teacher, and you will find personality similarities. People in this world are not that different. We make different life choices. And the second we think we know better for somebody else, we take our eyes off of what's best for ourselves. And that's what I did in my life in a big part. You know, I took eyes off of my own life. And I shouldn't have done that. That was a really stupid choice. Kristen says, even social media is addictive. It's not the social media that's addictive, but rather the attention-seeking behavior. So me being on social media right now and doing what I'm doing is not, how do I differentiate this here? There's a difference between being addicted to the media, addicted to the attention, or simply doing your own thing. I do my own thing. And addiction comes in when someone, how do I say it? When they're doing it for personal validation, if that makes sense. See, yeah, bad choices can't be reversed. They can't be reversed. But guys, they're in the past. That's the point. Some people never leave their past. Oh, Christy, thank you for the super hearts. I think I might have said that, but thank you for the 1,000 super hearts. But it's, you know, it's in the past. That's the whole idea of having a past. People say, oh, you have a past. Yeah. What's in my present? Take a look at my present. And here we go. One more extra profile. It's a good day today. Have I had that haircut before? I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't think I have. Because I see what you did there. What did I do? I don't even see what I did. That's another thing I do want to say, guys. There are things and patterns of my behavior, things that I have done that have affected other people that I didn't know I was doing. And we're talking like skill level 10. And it was something maybe just built into my personality that I was doing on accident. And people would call it out on me. And I was not in recognition that it was happening or that I was doing it. I have good genes. I have a good brain. It's possible that because I was raised in an environment where my intelligence wasn't activated, that I had habits and, different processes of thinking and doing things, that it was an accident. You know what I mean? Like where things came out and I don't even know how. But I'm learning more and more about that. Don't you think at some point you have to let that go and build a new you? Yes, absolutely. And that's what I'm working on right now. It's, think of it like the lower you go or the more difficult things become, that rebuilding, it takes longer, right? It's a farther dip, a further upswing. Thank you for the super hearts. It's a further upswing. So this is like a really big swing. It's going to take some time, and I'm going to have those days where I got to let it out again. And I appreciate those of you who are listening. And as you see that I keep things for the most part positive, I keep them focused on the future. Part of moving into the future is putting down the baggage from the past. And I haven't put all of it down yet. I am learning that it must be put down step by step. That as much as I would like to just dump it, life doesn't work that way, or at least my life doesn't seem to work that way. I got to give it time. Exactly. Everyone will kiss your ass in person. Not always. Okay, yeah. They do. And it's amazing. It's mind-blowing. Because it's like I'll have someone who I know for a fact was trashing me. And then I'll get in the DMs with them or on the phone with them. And I don't know if I seem that dumb. Maybe I seem super stupid. I don't know. But people really do think I'm that dumb. And that's something, I thought they were lying about that. I thought they were lying that they thought I was that dumb. They do actually think I'm that dumb. And I really don't know how to grasp that, I guess. Because I'll know that they're just fucking with me. Or that, I know what's going on and they think I don't have a clue. And I mean, we're talking in one DM, someone's sending me screenshots. And then in that DM, it's like the person being nice to me. I'm like, you realize there are some people that do like me. And I also do have some perceptual ability. I do have the ability to see a little bit of what's going on. But it's not an environment I want to be involved in regardless, which is why I don't know much. But there are people who think I'm dumb because I don't know gossip. And I'm like, so I'm stupid because I didn't read Us Weekly. I'm busy. I'm working. I'm doing something productive, or at least productive in my world, right? I'm not saying what's in your world is not productive, but I don't think you're dumb for reading Us Weekly. I think you're dumb for thinking I'm dumb. Like I don't think you're dumb. You thinking I'm dumb is dumb. I'm not dumb. When people misinterpret my personality, that shows their lack of intelligence. But I don't think they're dumb. I know they're smart. They just use their skills differently. Sarah goes, in a house? In a house what? Into house board. I'm into house and I'm into house board. I'm in a motherfucking house and board. I have everything mapped out for the day. I have all my content prepared. I may have to step away for a minute. I have a message. Thank you for this follow, Laura. Thank you for the follow on Instagram. I hate to admit it. I am much more real now than I was in the beginning. That's fair. I wasn't fake. I just knew my social boundaries. So I guess I'm not really less real. I'm just more raw. I kept my mouth shut about stuff in the beginning, because I wanted to respect people's boundaries. I knew how to do all those things. Starting to see that I was a lot better than I thought I was. Here's where I can take the gratitude. The gratitude. I'll get to your comment in 1 second. Thank you. The gratitude comes in for me, where if I hadn't had my boundaries broken, if I hadn't been broken down and just displayed for all to see, and vice versa, it is me coming to terms with who I am and what I am that gave me this ultimate perception of so many other people, and just the ability to see right into people, because there's no such thing as seeing through people. All right, we can see through their agendas, but everyone is wholesome on the inside. What you see, you might not like. A lot of people look through someone else because they don't like what they see, for whatever the reasons might be. But now I see what's going on, and now I'm going to rebuild those boundaries, right? So it's good. All right. I have to pee real quick. I have to run to the restroom real quick. Sorry. See, also a boundary thing. I have to run to the restroom. I'm going to take a look at my message. See you follow me over on Instagram. If you guys want to join me on Instagram, join me on Twitter. When I am doing scheduled Twitter live broadcasts, I will be broadcasting directly from Twitter as opposed to here on Periscope. And it'll be cool to hang out. So, but Vicky, welcome on. But I don't post my Periscopes when I'm just hanging out with you. I don't post them on Twitter. You can share them on Twitter if you want, but you're not going to find them on Twitter. But when I do a Twitter live broadcast, now that'll be a structured thing, part of the business. But coming on Periscope is me hanging out with you guys. Kind of like Snapchat. Because now, my Snapchat is Feet Piece Jimmy. If you want to add me on Snapchat, I've used up, that's my Snapchat. I'm going to leave it at that. It's my Snapchat. It's Feet Piece Jimmy. That was my Snapchat back in 2016. And I got a fudge ton of people on there, and I love it. It is one place where I am comfortable. Whereas everywhere else is like, but that's the description of my real life for the most part, is like I have nobody, but I have some people. And it just sucks because like I talk to the public and they're like, you have no one. And I'm like, I mean, kind of, but I would just like the wholesomeness of the relationships I have with real people to be portrayed in my platforms. I just don't know how to do that. I'm not really good with the public, not as much as I thought I was, right? That was delusional. I thought I was like so good with people. I am very good with people. I just don't know how to juggle relationships when this one knows that one and this one knows that one. And all right, I'll be back. Thanks for coming on. Are you going live again today? Yeah, I'll probably be back in a little bit, but I mean, I can't guarantee it, but thanks for coming on. And thanks a lot for the super hearts as well. 4,000. I appreciate that, Christy. Vicky, I appreciate you coming in here, and everybody else. Who do we have? Any regulars? Bea, thank you for being here. Betwixt, welcome on. Nice to meet you. Sarah, thanks for hanging out. Nikki, Board, Gabby L. Thank you for adding me as a friend on Snapchat, Natalie. Swing Trade, Lou.